The constant battle to maintain peace and security across the southeast region has just seen a massive breakthrough, and the people of Enugu State are currently breathing a huge sigh of relief following a highly successful tactical operation. For a while now, residents and travelers passing through specific routes have raised serious alarms concerning the suspicious activities of certain individuals who have turned abandoned areas into completely unlawful operational bases. These individuals, often described as bandits and criminal elements, use these hidden locations to plan their activities, monitor the movement of innocent citizens, and coordinate their illicit businesses far away from the prying eyes of the law. But the authorities have proven that no matter how deep these individuals hide within our communities, the long arm of the law will eventually pull them out. In a very decisive and carefully planned sweep, the Enugu State Police Command launched a massive raid on a notorious criminal hideout, resulting in the successful apprehension of 15 suspected bandits. This was not a random street patrol or a simple checkpoint stop. This was a highly coordinated strike, executed by specialized officers who relied on very accurate and actionable intelligence to catch these suspects completely off guard. To truly grasp the significance of this massive bust, we need to examine the exact location where these unlawful elements had set up their camp. The raid specifically targeted identified criminal hotspots located deep within the Four Corners area of the Ozalla community, which falls under the Nkanu West local government area of Enugu State. Anyone familiar with the geography of Enugu knows that the Four Corners axis is an incredibly vital transit hub. It connects various communities and serves as a major route for commercial and private vehicles moving in and out of the state. Unfortunately, the bustling nature of this transit route is exactly what attracted these suspected bandits to the area in the first place. By setting up their hideouts close to such a busy junction, they could easily blend into the heavy human traffic, monitor the movement of potential targets, and quickly escape into the surrounding areas after carrying out their unlawful operations. The presence of these criminal camps posed a severe threat to both the locals residing in the Ozalla community and the thousands of commuters who use that road daily, creating an atmosphere of tension and unpredictability. Recognizing the growing danger and the urgent need to restore absolute sanity to the Four Corners axis, the Enugu State Police Command immediately deployed its highly trained operatives attached to the Crack Tactical Squad. This squad is specifically built for high-risk interventions and sudden raids where the element of surprise is absolutely critical. The operation was carried out in the very early hours of Monday, February 16, 2026. While the rest of the state was still asleep, these brave officers quietly moved into the Ozalla community, strategically surrounding the identified hotspots before the suspects even had a chance to realize what was happening. When the tactical team finally breached the hideouts, the suspected bandits were thrown into total confusion. There was no time for them to mount any resistance or attempt an escape. By the end of the early morning sweep, the police had successfully placed 15 individuals in handcuffs. Breaking down the numbers, the police confirmed that the group consisted of 9 males and 6 females. The arrest of multiple females within this suspected bandit camp highlights a very concerning operational strategy, where criminal syndicates use women to store dangerous items, manage logistics, and serve as informants under the guise of ordinary community members. Before we delve into the shocking items the police recovered from these suspects and the firm directives given by the state's top police chief, I want to quickly ask for your support. If you believe in the importance of maintaining a safe and secure society, and you appreciate the tireless efforts of our security agencies in flushing out these criminal elements, please take just 1 second to smash that like button. It really helps this video reach more people who need to hear these positive security updates. Also, if you want to stay completely informed on the most factual and straight-to-the-point security news happening across the nation, please hit the subscribe button right now and make sure your notification bell is turned on so you never miss an important update. Now, let us look at the meticulous search conducted by the operatives right after securing the perimeter. Once the 15 suspects were fully secured, the crack tactical squad immediately initiated a comprehensive search of the entire premises. They knew that these hideouts are typically used as storage facilities for dangerous weapons and illicit substances that fuel their operations. During the meticulous search, the officers made some very alarming discoveries. First, they recovered 2 large polythene bags that were completely stuffed with dried weed, strongly suspected to be Indian hemp. The presence of such massive quantities of illicit drugs in a bandit hideout is a clear indication of a thriving underground distribution network. These substances are not only consumed by the suspects to embolden themselves before carrying out unlawful acts, but they are also sold to vulnerable youths within the community, further destroying lives and increasing the overall crime rate. But the search yielded an even more dangerous find. As the operatives combed through the area, they uncovered a locally fabricated pistol that was already loaded with 1 live cartridge. This single weapon in the hands of these desperate individuals had the potential to cause unimaginable harm. Whether it was intended for highway robberies along the Four Corners route or for intimidating the residents of the Ozalla community, the recovery of this loaded firearm is a massive victory that has undoubtedly prevented future tragedies and saved innocent lives. Following the successful conclusion of the raid, the police public relations officer for the Enugu State Command, SP Daniel Ndukwe, issued an official statement to brief the public on the outcome. He emphasized that the police are committed to following absolute due process and upholding the law. According to the spokesperson, the 15 arrested suspects are currently being subjected to a very rigorous and thorough screening exercise at the command headquarters. The authorities understand that during massive raids in populated areas, there is always a slight possibility of innocent bystanders caught in the crossfire. Therefore, the screening is designed to separate the actual criminal elements from anyone who might have simply been at the wrong place at the wrong time. SP Ndukwe made a very clear promise to the public that any suspect found to be completely innocent and not culpable of any unlawful activity will be released unconditionally. However, he delivered a very stern warning that those who are found to be guilty of involvement with the recovered drugs or the loaded firearm will face the full wrath of the law. They will be comprehensively investigated, heavily prosecuted, and made to answer for their actions in a court of competent jurisdiction. This targeted raid is not an isolated incident. It is a vital part of a much broader and highly aggressive crime-fighting strategy that is currently sweeping across the state. The Commissioner of Police in Enugu State, CP Maman Bitrus Giwa, has adopted a zero-tolerance policy towards any form of criminality. Following the success in the Ozalla community, CP Giwa has officially directed all supervisory officers, especially those in charge of daily operations and investigations, to intensify their efforts. His mandate is unambiguous because the police must sustain this proactive momentum, continuously identify emerging criminal hideouts across all local government areas, dismantle them completely, and ensure that the state becomes completely inhabitable for bandits and lawbreakers.